What's up, wrestling fans? It's your boy Chris Style. You are tuned in to the Style Breakdown with Chris Style, episode 8. Listen, everybody, I wanted to do this episode because I was watching NXT yesterday, and there's a certain superstar that I've been kind of following a little bit. Not I'm not like heavy extensive into this woman's work, but she's come up on my timeline way before she became up on the WWE's radar, and saw some highlights, saw some matches from her, and my eye, I had interest, saying that if she ever makes it to the big stage, she has the makings to be a superstar. She has the makings of being at the very minimum, or the very minimum, she could be an NXT superstar, or at least an NXT superstar mid Carter, or WWE mid Carter, should I say? But Lizzie Rain, she made her debut on NXT yesterday, and man, you can see the superstardom on this woman. The crowd loved her. They've been hyping her up. They did the vignettes, and then, this was I would say this is one of the more highly anticipated debuts on NXT. What I'm saying, in a while. I think probably since the Stephanie Vancouver Gilia debuts. What I'm saying, because they hyped those two debuts up, and unfortunately, Gilia hasn't blossomed into the superstar that they thought she was going to be. Stephanie Vancouver has, but I don't think the level of that anticipated debuts hasn't been put on display since those two came into NXT. And let me tell you something, Lizzie Rain did not disappoint. Her debut was that and then some. And shout out to Nikita Lyons. I know Nikita Lyons gets a lot of hate, because she's really, really, really over the top with some of the stuff that she does, the singing, the dancing. And I think she plays into it as far as being a heel, what I'm saying? It works for her, what I'm saying, as far as being a heel, because it makes people boo her, what I'm saying? And she's playing into being a heel. So but shout out to Nikita Lyons, man, because her and Lizzie Rain had a really, really good match yesterday. Like, it was a really good match. Like, it's Nikita Lyons' best match that she's put on display. And, Lizzie and her, they just had really good ring chemistry. Um, Lizzie, some of the moves that she was doing, even Nikita Lyons had some moves that she was doing. But Lizzie Rain, let me tell you right now, the vast majority of wrestling fans love Rhea Ripley. She is the number one woman. We can deny it all we want to, but as far as fanfare goes, and I'm not saying all of us, and I love Rhea Ripley. I think she is a top star in the business. But the consensus top woman wrestler right now is Rhea Ripley. I think Lizzie Rain has that type of appeal. I think Lizzie Rain could eventually get to a Rhea Ripley type arc as far as fanfare, as far as the fan base getting behind her. She can do no wrong in nobody's eyes. I think Lizzie Rain has that. And I think eventually she will have, if they book her right. Now, this is all about booking. If they book her the right way, like they book Rhea Ripley, I think that Lizzie Rain has an opportunity to be Rhea Ripley like, as far as fanfare and fan base, in her own way. Because Rhea is more of the goth kind of heavy metal rock type, whereas in um Lizzie Rain is more of a headbanger throwback. And I think that's why a lot of people like her. She has the retro headbanger heavy metal look, especially, that UK heavy metal headbanger look, with the leather jacket, some of her, the outfit that she wears, her hair. She has that 80s, band hair band look, what I'm saying? So I think she plays into that a lot, what I'm saying? Her tagline, metal never dies, but she is a superstar. She has the charisma. She has the ring savvy. You know, they're gonna love her. Her finisher move is gonna be the talk of the town. It's already the talk of town because I look down my timeline and all I see is Lizzie Rain, Lizzie Rain, Lizzie Rain. You know, everybody's buying into the hype. Everybody's buying in, and I've already bought it, and I didn't have to see a match. I had already seen it, and so when she made her debut, I was like, yeah, yep, yep. I knew that's what that was gonna do. That headbutt to the corner, everybody's gonna love that. That finisher move, yep, everybody's gonna love that too. The slaps to the corner with the make it rain chance, yep, they gonna love that too. So just get ready for Lizzie Rain because she is coming. She's coming. I wouldn't be surprised if she is North American champion in a couple of months. I wouldn't be surprised in 6 months she's the NXT Women's Champion, and I wouldn't be surprised Royal Rumble Lizzie Rain shows up. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be. I would not be surprised that in the next few months you're gonna see all this come with Lizzie Rain if they book it right, and then Royal Rumble we see Lizzie Rain kind of almost on the Soul Ruka type arc because Soul Ruka's a star too, and she's coming too. I don't know if she's gonna be Rhea Ripley, but Soul Ruka's coming too, and they already love Soul Ruka. But don't be surprised if Lizzie Rain is a little bit more fast track, and even like Gillian and Stephanie Van Kier, they fast track Stephanie Van Kier, and next thing you know, she's the women's world champion. So don't be surprised if Lizzie Rain, I ain't saying she's gonna be women's world champion, but do not be surprised if Lizzie Rain, sorry, is main eventing, or in on the main stage, should I say, or main roster by next year. Do not be surprised. Um, but yeah, man, shout out to Lizzie Rain. Like I said, shout out to Nikita Lyons. They had a dope match. They had a great match, and I'm looking forward to see how they book her. So shout out to her, man. Can't wait to see it. But yeah, man, that's all my time today. I just wanted to get on here and give Lizzie Rain her props and show her her love. But like I said, like, subscribe, continue to support this channel. I appreciate y'all, man, and hope y'all continue to keep rocking with me. Till next time.